I'm Erin with Five Parks Yoga. I'm so glad you're joining me for our Halloween-themed class, Mystical Flow. This flow is all about tapping into creative energy and having fun. We'll explore unique transitions, playful movements, and maybe even a few surprises that will leave you feeling refreshed and energized. Before we begin, I'd like to thank all of my amazing YouTube members and Patreon supporters. Your generous support helps Five Parks Yoga creating new content and classes regularly, and we appreciate it more than words can express. You'll notice that we are highlighting our Patreon members on the screen to show you all even more love. If you're interested in supporting Five Parks Yoga and getting your name on the screen with all of these incredible people, check out fiveparksyoga.com/support. You can also help out by hitting that subscribe button and giving this class a thumbs up if you like it. All right, let's get started. We're gonna start today in child's pose. All right, child's pose is a perfect place to start because it's a very playful posture. So knees wide, toes to touch, walk your hands forward, release your forehead down toward your mat, and just let your head be heavy. Feel your tailbone reaching toward your heels and your fingertips reaching toward the front of your mat. And then just take a moment here to roll your head side to side, massaging out your forehead. You can even make little circles in both directions. Connect with your breath, taking deep inhales and beginning with an open mouth exhale, just settling in, grounding, feeling your body on your mat, and then breathe in through your nose and begin to breathe out through your nose, bringing an audible quality to your breath. Take another breath in and out. Just feel your energy settling, feel your presence arriving on your mat. Continue with your active deep breathing and then walk both hands off to the right. Press your left hip back toward your left heel, and then you can even place your right hand on top of your left and just feel the stretch along the left side of your arm all the way down to your hip. Walk your hands back through center and off to the left. Press your right hip back toward your right heel. And then you can place one hand on top of the other, resting your forehead down. And walk your hands back towards center. One more stretch here. Keep your hips where they are. Slide your left arm underneath your right. Come onto your left shoulder and your left ear. And then take your left hand, make a fist, and then open it. Nice flat palm. Make a fist and open. Make a fist and open, and let's switch sides. So extend your left arm long, slide your right arm underneath your left, come onto your right shoulder and your right ear. Palm is facing the ceiling, fingers spread wide. Now make a fist and open. Fist, open, close, open, and return to extended child's pose. And from here, make your way to tabletop. Now, what would a Halloween class be without some cats and cows? So as you breathe in, drop your belly for cow pose. Lift your tailbone, lift the crown of your head, and then imagine you're a Halloween cat. So round your spine, tuck your chin, look toward the back of your mat. With your breath, inhale cow, exhale cat. Inhale cow, exhale cat. Tabletop position, and come into spinal balance. Extend your right arm forward and your left leg back. Lift your thumb up toward the ceiling as you lift your heel up toward the ceiling, and as you exhale, round your spine, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend, exhale, round. Just creating and moving some energy. Inhale, extend, exhale, round. Inhale, extend for the quad stretch. If you'd like to take it, bend your left leg, reach your right hand back. Take hold of your left foot, press your foot into your hand, lift the crown of your head, arch your spine for swan pose. Gentle release, back to spinal balance. Keep your left leg lifted, place your right hand on the mat. Now bring your left foot to the right. Tuck your toes under, keep your heel lifted, bump your hips to the left, and then look towards your left foot. Getting nice big side stretches here. Okay, switch sides. All right, let's take spinal balance on the other side. Extend your left arm forward, your right leg back. Lift your left thumb a little bit higher, lift your right heel a little bit higher, and then exhale, round, elbow to knee. 3 times. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Extend and hold, or for the quad stretch, reach your left hand around for your right foot. Kick your foot into your hand as you lift through the crown of your head. Maybe look up toward the ceiling. It's going to be a nice, slow, controlled release back to spinal balance and return to tabletop position. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees up off of your mat and let them hover. So feel your core working, deep breaths. One more breath here. Now lift your hips high, release your heels down towards your mat. You might want to extend your stance by walking your feet back or your hands forward so you have a nice long downward facing dog here. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out as you settle into downward facing dog. All right, come up high on your heels, high, 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 high. Bring your knees toward your mat just to hover. Look past your hands and press forward to high plank. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Take your feet flat to the floor. Inhale to low lift cobra. Now, see if you can take your hands up off of your mat. Hold here. Now extend your arms back, fingertips reaching toward your heels. Lift a little bit higher. Now take your arms wide, palms facing down. Tent your fingers on the floor. Now press into your finger pads, lift up, dip your left shoulder down. Breathe in. Dip your right shoulder down, look to the left. Breathe in, come back high. Exhale, lower down. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under, press up high plank or tabletop. Press back to downward facing dog. 1 deep inhale here. Deep exhale. All right, once again, lift your heels really, really high. Bring your knees to hover. Now look forward past your hands. Press forward, high plank, really powerful movement there. And then lower halfway down. If chaturanga is not in your practice, come all the way down. Come to the tops of your feet. Press up to upward facing dog or low lift cobra. Press back. Downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. Now look toward your hands. Step, walk, or float toward the front of your mat. Come into standing forward fold as you breathe out. On your breath in, come up to a halfway lift. Nice flat back. Fingers are either on the floor, hands are on the shins, whatever is accessible. Take 1 more breath in here as you lengthen through the crown of your head, and then exhale, come back to standing forward fold, maybe a little bit deeper, big stretch for the back side of your body. Breathe in, come on back to your halfway lift, Pause, bring your hands out, your arms out, to capital T position. Keep your hips level. Bring your right hand to the floor as your left hand reaches toward the ceiling for a twist. Come back to center. Left hand to the floor, right hand toward the ceiling for a twist. Back to center and return once again, standing forward fold. From here, come into ball of yarn. So you're gonna lift your heels, lower down. Keep your heels lifted, and if it's accessible, just checking our balance here, wrap your arms around your legs. Squeeze in to a little ball. Exhale here. Take your hands back to your mat. Keep your heels lifted. Lift your hips. Come into standing forward fold with heels lifted. As you breathe out, release your heels down towards your mat and then sit down low. On your inhale, reach your arms up so you're in Utkatasana, chair pose. Hold here. This is called fierce pose for a reason. See if you can get your hips a little bit lower, reach your arms a little bit higher, and then exhale, airplane chair. Reach your arms back, squeeze your triceps. Inhale, chair. Exhale, balance chair. So lift your heels, reach your arms back. Inhale, tall mountain, rise up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, tall mountain, and come into side moon. So you're gonna slide your right hand down your right leg, reach your left arm up and across. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, side moon. Left hand down your left leg, right arm up and across. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, standing forward fold. Come all the way down. Halfway lift, breathe in. Standing forward fold, breathe out. Plant your hands, step back, high plank. Remember, high plank alternative is knees to the floor. So shift forward, chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale, press up to upward facing dog, or the other variation, low lift cobra, press back to downward facing dog. On your next breath in, lift your right leg high. As you lift, start to open your right hip and bend your right leg. Just pause here, feel the opening in your right hip. Try to level out your shoulder so you're not hiking your right shoulder up. And then straighten out your leg, level out your hips. Bring your right knee towards your left elbow. Tap it. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Pause, place your right foot down on the floor. We're coming into fallen triangle. So inhale your left arm up. Now place your left hand down on your mat. Lower your right knee and your shin to your mat. Now you're gonna make two 90-degree angles, with your legs. So right shin toward the front parallel of your mat, left shin toward the parallel side of your mat. Lift up through the spine and then walk your hands to the right. You can stay upright or you can go down, or maybe experiment with both because it's kind of a different stretch. All right, now walk your hands back. Release your left leg, take your left shin on top of your right shin. Make sure your ankle's right over your knee and your knee is right over your ankle. Take a deep breath in. You can hold here with your hands behind you, or you can walk your hands forward. Deep hip stretch. Come all the way back up. Cross your ankles and then make your way back to downward facing dog. So you can take a chaturanga if you want, or you can just press back not just, it's a great choice to press back to downward facing dog. Just depends on your energy level for this class, so make choices that work for your body. Let's do the other side. So lift your left leg up, begin to open your hip and bend your leg. Try to keep your left shoulder squared, so pay attention to your left shoulder. Bring it in line with your right shoulder. It really changes the pose. All right, now straighten out your leg, level out your hips. One time, knee to right elbow. Tap it, or see if you can tap it. Twist using core strength. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Set your left foot down. Now lower your back heel to the floor. Lift your right arm up for fallen triangle. As you inhale, see if you can bump your hips a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, release your right hand down toward your mat. Take your knee and your shin parallel to the front of your mat. Your right leg parallel to the side of your mat. Big, deep twist here. Begin to walk your hands to the left. You can stay upright or come down. I really invite you to try both. It's a little bit different. So you are being curious about your body. You're being creative in your postures. So we have alignment cues in yoga to keep you safe and come back to center. And to get maximum benefits, cross over your ankles, make your way back to downward facing dog. But there's room for adjustments because every body is different. So as you practice yoga and know your body better and better, you can make those adjustments as you go along. All right, so lift your right leg high. Knee to nose, lift your back heel, round your spine, look past your hands. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, then set your foot between your hands. Keep your back heel lifted and come into extended pyramid pose. So begin to straighten your front leg, lower your forehead and your chest over your front leg. Take a breath in, lengthen your spine, look past your front foot. Low lunge is your exhale. We're gonna lower our back knee down and come into crescent moon pose. So bring your arms up overhead, connect your palms and come into arrow mudra. Extend your index fingers, lift up, now look up and maybe look back. You're drawing a line across the ceiling. Come back through center, release your hands down to your mat. Take all of your weight, this is gonna be a big movement, onto your left foot. Lift your right foot, lift your left knee up, and then step onto your right foot and come into standing splits pose. Now we're gonna take some jiva squats here. So lift your left heel a little bit higher. As you breathe out, chamber your left knee behind your right. Come into a little ball, squeeze tight. Inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, extend, pause. All right, now here's an option. You can hold the standing splits, or if you want to try standing soldier, you're going to bend your left leg, reach your right hand around for your left foot. Now extend your right leg long, kick your left foot into your right hand, look forward, standing soldier. We did prep for this from Spinal Balance and Swan Pose. All right, if you're in soldier, return to standing splits, and then take a big step back to low lunge. Right away, come up to crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Now dip your left knee down, cactus your arms, press it back up, and then exhale to warrior two. All right, from warrior two, we're gonna take an arm variation, cow face arms. So bring your right hand up and over. Take your left hand behind, your left arm behind. See if you can reach your fingertips toward one another, maybe clasping. Now, if that's not an option, you're holding strong in your legs, nice and steady. You can just take your left hand to your right elbow. Either way, your chest and your torso is open to the side of your mat. Okay, on your inhale, You're gonna take a reverse warrior with cow face arms. So you're just gonna lean back to the side. And then as you exhale, it's gonna be a big movement to extended side angle. You're gonna sweep your left arm all the way up and over your head. So your left palm is facing the floor. Your fingers are reaching forward. Now, right hand is gonna join left. So you're gonna bring your right arm up, palm face up. Imagine you're holding a basketball between your hands. Hold steady here. This takes a lot of strength and stability. Bring your basketball with you. Rise up. Release your ball, come into star. Now bring your hands to your heart, sink down into a squat. Lift your right heel up, release. Lift your left heel up, release. Lift both heels up and hold for 3, 2, 1. Release your heels, bring your hands all the way down, touch your fingertips to your mat, and then powerful inhale, rise up to star, and then exhale, come into goddess pose. So arms are at 90 degrees, palms facing in, nice and strong. Draw your shoulder blades back, and then bring your right elbow to your right knee. Now you're gonna reach your right hand toward your left knee, straight arm, reach your left arm toward the front of your mat, straight arm, and then return to goddess. Come back to star, and then make your way to standing straddle splits, heels behind your toes, hinge from your hips, come all the way down. Breathe in, come up to a halfway lift. Breathe out, walk your hands forward. Press your hips back for wide-legged downward facing dog, deep shoulder stretch. Nice open inner thighs and hamstrings. Walk your hands back so they're underneath your shoulders. Lots of strength here. Come up to a flat back. Extend your arms long, palms face down. Inhale, rise up to star. Exhale, warrior 2 to face the back of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle on this side. Same thing. Reach your right arm up and over. Reach your left arm up, hold that basketball. Bring your basketball all the way up and over to warrior 2 facing the front of your mat. Bravo. Sneak attack. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Lounging lizard. Take your right toes out to face the corner of your mat. Come onto the left outer edge of your foot and reach your right arm back. Now you're gonna rainbow your arm as you lift your hips, reach up and over. Exhale, release. Inhale, up and over, and keep spinning all the way to Skandasana on your right leg. So deep side lunge. If you want to, see if you can bring your hands to your heart. Hold here for 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, side to side. Skandasana on your left and to your right. To your left, to low lunge at the front of your mat, and back to downward facing dog. High plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Big breath in, reset. Open mouth, exhale. Lift your left leg high. Knee to nose, round your spine. Look past your hands. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Look past your hands. Set your foot down on your mat. Low lunge. All right, let's make our way to crescent moon. So release your back knee down. Lift your arms up overhead. Find arrow mudra again. Index fingers extend up toward the ceiling, sink down, and then draw a line across the ceiling as you look back, tracing your way with your arms and your gaze. And then release, back to low lunge. Big step forward. standing splits. 3 Jiva squats. Breathe in, lift your heel high. Breathe out, tuck and curl. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tuck. We're building a lot of strength here. Inhale, extend, hold, or standing soldier. Bend your right leg, take your left hand, reach for your right foot. Look forward, kick your foot into your hand. And then we're gonna have a nice gentle return to standing splits. Exhale. All right, from downward facing dog, lift your right leg high, look toward your hands, round your spine, bring your knee to your nose, curl, 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 look past your hands, inhale, 3-legged dog, press up and back, exhale, curl and round. Now set your right foot down. So you're in low lunge pose. Inhale, rise up to crescent lunge. Exhale, cactus your arms, dip your knee down. Inhale, back to crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane lunge. And then you're gonna circle your left arm up and around as you inhale, and then you're gonna exhale into warrior 2. Bounce up to star, toes point out, palms are nice and wide, and then exhale into prayer squat. Lift your right heel up and place it on your mat. Lift your left heel up, place it on your mat. Lift both heels up and hold it for 3, 2, 1. Place both heels on the mat. Big circle down with your arms. Inhale, rise up, star. Exhale, warrior 2 to the back of your mat. Face the back of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. As you travel down to extended side angle, reach your right arm up and over. So it's nice and long. Your palm is facing the floor. Keep your chest open. Lift your left arm to meet your right, palm faces up. Now, imagine you're holding a basketball. Take your basketball with you, all the way up, 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 and over, back to warrior 2. Little sneak attack action there. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Lift your heel up off the floor and come into lounging lizard. So left toes are gonna point out. You're gonna roll on, or right toes, roll onto the outer edge of your left foot and reach your right arm back. Rainbow your arm up and over. Exhale, release. Rainbow your arm up and over, and then twist on over to Skandasana on your right side. So nice side lunge here. Hands at heart if you want to challenge your balance. Now we're going to shift side to side. So come to Skandasana on your left leg, back to your right, back to your left. Low lunge to the front of your mat. High plank, step back, make your way to downward facing dog. Shift forward for chaturanga, lower halfway down. Come onto the tops of your feet. Press up to upward facing dog. Press back to downward facing dog. Let's reset with a cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale through your mouth. Reset for the left side. Lift your left leg up. One time round, knee to nose. Look past your hands, squeeze it in. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your left foot forward. Breathe in, rise up, Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge pose. Cactus your arms, dip your knee down. With power, press it up, and then open to warrior 2. Inhale, come up to star. Exhale, prayer squat. Lift your right heel, release. Lift your left heel, release. Lift both heels and hold for fun for 3, 2, 1. Release your heels, sweep it up, star, release, wide-legged standing straddle splits. Halfway lift, nice flat back. You might need to bring your feet a little bit further in for this move. You're going to reach your right hand toward your left ankle. Lift your left arm up, look up toward the ceiling, and then you're gonna take your left arm, slide it behind your right, reach for your right ankle, and then you're gonna bend your elbows and twist, looking out underneath your right arm. Maybe. See how you do on that. Release, bring your hands back to the floor, come up to a halfway lift, reach your left hand for your right ankle. Reach your right arm up, look up. Now you're gonna bring your right arm behind your left, reach for your left ankle. Bend your elbows, look out underneath your left arm. Okay, there's a lot going on in this posture. So, you're at home. If you need to pause your video and test it out, go for it. Okay, release. Hands underneath your shoulders, toes come out, rise up to star. Exhale, warrior two, face the back of your mat, so you're coming onto your right leg. Reverse your warrior in preparation for extended side angle. So right arm comes down, left arm is gonna travel all the way up and over, reach as far as you can, palm faces down. Now your right arm is gonna come up to meet your left. You've got your basketball between your hands. Bring your basketball with you. So this takes a lot of core strength and stability, all the way up and over to warrior two, facing the front of your mat. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Take your left toes out to the left. We're coming into lounging lizard. Come onto the outer edge of your right foot. Reach your left arm back, feeding time for my dog. Rainbow up and over. Reach and lower. Reach up and over and spin. Skandasana on your left leg. All right, same thing here. You can take your hands to your heart if you'd like to. We're just gonna go one time. To the right, to the left. Low lunge, step back, high plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Cleansing breath, breathe in. Out through your mouth. Lift your right leg high, breathe in. Low lunge, breathe out. Crescent lunge, rise up. Warrior two, breathe out. Inhale, star, circle your arms, straighten your leg, adjust your feet. Exhale, high skandasana to the right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring both feet parallel to the edges of our mat, bend into your right leg. Now hinge forward from your hips and reach your arms forward. Creating a ton of strength along the backside of your body. Rise up to star. High skandasana to the back of your mat. So same thing, parallel your feet, bend into your left leg, hinge from your hips, reach forward, hold here. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two to the front. Reverse warrior. Now from here, you can take side angle again, or you can step onto your right foot and come into half moon pose. So balancing on our right leg, stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders, maybe challenging our balance by lifting the right hand off the floor, maybe lifting your gaze. Now, if you'd like to practice sugarcane pose, you can bend your left leg, take hold of your left foot, kick back, opening up, and then return to half moon pose, and then release to low lunge. So you're gonna level your hips, step your left foot way back, step back, high plank, and travel to downward facing dog. Whatever path you wanna take to get there is up to you. Cleansing breath, breathe in. Reset, exhale. Lift your left leg up. Step forward, low lunge. Crescent lunge. Breathe in. Warrior two. Breathe out. Star. All right, from star, we're gonna go to that high skandasana. So parallel your feet, bend into your right leg, hinge from your hips, reach forward. Come back through star. Bend into your left leg, hinge from your hips, reach forward. Come back to star. Warrior two, face the front of your mat. Reverse warrior, side angle or half moon pose. So you can step onto your left leg, lift your right leg up off the floor, stack your hips, stack your shoulders, reach your right arm up, flex your right foot, maybe challenge your balance by lifting your left hand up off the floor or lifting your gaze up from the floor. Take another breath in. As you exhale, level your hips, release your hand, step back, low lunge. High plank, travel back to downward facing dog. All right. Now, look past your hands, step, walk, or float to a seat. From here, we're going to extend the legs forward, reach your arms forward, and then lift your heels up off the floor. Now, if you want to try upward angle, so you can stay here, boat pose. We're going to do upward angle moving into high boat. So take your peace fingers around your big toes. Extend your legs up. It's okay if they're not straight. Lift your chest. It's balance here. Utilize your core, lower your shoulders, and then straddle your legs. Lift your chest. Okay, balancing, core stability here. It's fun. Have an attitude of playfulness. If you fall, if you wobble, no problem. Now bring your legs back together and then keep them high and straight. Lift your arms straight up and then low boat. Lower your heels and your shoulders to hover over the floor. Come back to boat, cross over your ankles, hop back, land with bent arms, chaturanga. Press up to upward facing dog. Press back to downward facing dog. Shift forward, high plank pose. Hold high plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift forward, lower all the way down onto your belly. Feet flat to the floor. Extend your arms back, straight, palms on the floor. Inhale, lift your legs and your arms up. Hold. So we're building back strength, arm strength, opening our chest. Okay, from here, we're going to take our hands underneath our shoulders, bring the knees wide, toes to touch, press back to child's pose. Now we're going to come forward onto straight arms. Keep your toes connected for a scorpion variation. So press your chest forward as you lift your toes up, lift your gaze up, and then press back, child's pose. Let's do that again. Shift forward, straight arms, lift your toes, press your chest, lift your chin, press back, child's pose. Return to downward facing dog. Look toward your hands, step, walk, or float to the front of your mat. Come into standing forward fold. All right, we're moving into a balance on the left leg. I am going to guide you through a big toe hold from forward fold. If you don't want to take it from forward fold, you can lift your right leg without the toe hold. So take your left hand to your left leg. You're gonna bring your right foot with you as you come to standing. So get your balance. Okay, so if you just come to standing, lift your leg, you can take your big toe from here, or you can just stand in staff pose if that's not an option for you. And then option to extend your right leg forward, draw your right shoulder back, and then you can extend to the side, right leg to the right, left arm to the left, and hold here. Nice and steady, challenging our balance, challenging our focus. Now you're gonna come from here to cross your right ankle over your left knee for standing pigeon pose. Bring your hands to your heart, sink down into your hips. Now sink so low, maybe you tap your elbows to your right knee and your right heel. Hold here in crouching pigeon, and then take your hands to the floor and come down into toe stand. So sink down onto your left heel. You can bring your right heel a little bit closer to your left hip, your hands behind your hips. I cannot do toe balance, but maybe you can. I bet some of you are awesome at it. Toe balance, you're gonna lift your hands to your heart. See if you can hold here. Otherwise, you're doing great things. Wherever you are, you're in a yoga pose. So take what works for you. All right, from toe balance, we're gonna come back up into our half lotus forward fold. Release your right foot to the floor. Come up to a halfway lift and lower to a forward fold. Let's try that on the other side. Big toe hold. Take your left peace fingers, wrap them around your left toe. Otherwise, come to standing and make your way to staff pose. Take all of your weight onto your right leg. Bring your left foot with you as you come to standing. Otherwise, staff pose right here, okay? And then if you'd like to, you can extend your left leg forward, draw your left shoulder back. Maybe bring your left leg to the left, right arm to the right. Nice, open, powerful, balancing posture. If you're balancing on your right leg alone, that's amazing. Not a lot of other people are standing around on their right leg right now, so bravo. Now cross your left ankle over your right knee for standing pigeon. Bring your hands to your heart. Sink down, 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 down. Maybe your elbows come to your left knee and your left heel. If you want to try toe stand, so you can stay here, you can stay in a standing pigeon, or you can just bring your left leg a little bit, or your left foot a little bit closer to your right hip and come down. Toe stand. All right. Try it out, yogis. Maybe you can take your hands off the floor and bring them to your heart. I've done it before, but I can't do it regularly. So it's a practice. It's practice. It's fun. You can practice this at any time you want. All right. Come back up, straightening your right leg. Release your left foot to meet your right. Halfway lift, breathe in, forward fold. Let's conclude our standing practice with tree pose. So rise up, tall mountain. The magical rooted tree. Bring your hands to your heart. We'll play around with our tree today. So stand onto your right foot. Bring your left foot wherever you want. Just avoid your knee. Let's start with hands at heart center. Just settle, ground, center, balance. Get your balance. You can extend your arms up to the ceiling. Keep your shoulders lowered. And then if you want to, imagine yourself on a windy fall day. Your tree branches are swaying side to side. All right, now side bend to the right. Hold that basketball between your hands. Come back to center and release your left foot down, mountain pose. Stand onto your left foot. Place your right foot for tree pose on the other side. Let's start with hands at heart center. Get your balance, get your focus, stabilize through your foot, and then you can reach your arms up, and then see if you can sway on this side. Branches flowing in the wind, but rooted and stable through your foot. Let's take this into a side bend on the left side. So hold that basketball, reach up and over. Come back to center. Release your right foot down. Inhale back to tall mountain. Exhale, standing forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Ball of yarn, breathe out. Now spread your knees, keep your feet together. We're gonna balance on our hands in crow pose. Crow, a great Halloween animal. So imagine a black crow. Bring your knees really high up. You're perching on the edge. You're looking out over the edge, maybe taking flight by lifting your feet up off of your mat. Let's release from crow into malasana. So nice wide legs, hips down to the floor, hands at heart center. We're gonna take it into a twist. Bring your right hand to the floor, left arm up, and then circle that left arm down. Take it to the floor, right arm up. Take it all the way back down. And then take your hands behind you. Make your way back to boat pose for 3, 2, 1. Now you're gonna make your way into cow face pose. So left knee faces the front of the mat. We're working in the direction of stacking right knee on top of left, settling in both sitting bones on the floor. Bring your right arm up and over, left hand behind. See if you can clasp your hands. Try to have a nice long straight spine. Alternative to clasping your hands is right elbow's up and left hand is on your right elbow. You're welcome to hinge from your hips if you'd like. Whatever you like. Feel it out. What I want you to feel is a stretch in your hips, your glutes, and your shoulders. Come all the way back up. Take your hands onto the floor. Rock your weight forward so that you're basically on your left knee. Now tuck your toes under, begin to straighten your legs, and then walk your hands to the left. Keep on walking. Keep on walking. To the left, you're facing the back of your mat. To the left, you're facing the side of your mat. To the left, you're facing the front of your mat. Sit down. Voila, it's like magic. Cow face on the other side. Now your left knee should be underneath your right. We're working in the direction of stacking our knees. Left arm comes up, right hand reaches behind your back for the clasp. Alternative is to have your left elbow up and take your right hand on top of your left elbow. If you'd like to, you can hinge forward or you can stay upright. All right, release from the fold. Are you ready to try this again? Now you get to spin in the other direction. So listen to the cues. Come forward onto your right knee. Now tuck all 10 toes under. Start to straighten out through your legs. Walk to the right. You're facing the side. You're facing the back. You're facing the other side. And you're facing the front. Go ahead and sit down and extend both legs forward for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Big toe hold if you'd like, peace fingers around both big toes. Extend your chest forward and then hinge from your hips. Alternatively, you can walk your hands forward. You can rest your hands on your thighs or the mat. Release from your forward fold. Bend your legs. Place your feet on the floor and lower down onto your back. All right, I would like you to get upside down for this Halloween class. So 3 options: handstand, headstand, shoulder stand. I'm gonna teach shoulder stand, but take another variation or forearm balance, whatever, anything upside down. For shoulder stand though, you're gonna tuck your knees into your chest, rock your hips up off the floor, take your hands to your low back, extend your legs up to the ceiling. Now you can have your legs reaching all the way up, or you can straddle them. Or you can take eagle legs right over left, wrap it around, and then press your left foot up toward the ceiling, and then switch it out. If you're taking this variation with me, left leg around right, maybe the double wrap, press your right foot up, extend both feet up toward the ceiling. Plow pose if you'd like. Extend your legs behind you. These are all just variations and options. Return to shoulder stand. And then with control, lower all the way down onto your back. Let's come into happy baby, a nice playful posture. Grasp your toes with your peace fingers, or you can hold on to any other part of your legs and then rock side by side like you're a happy, happy baby. Playful energy. And then awesome pose, massaging out your back, opening up your inner thighs, your hamstrings. All right, bring it all in. Apanasana, knees to chest pose. Hug your knees in. Take your hands, reach them toward opposite elbows. Just reach in that direction. Okay, relax the grip on your knees. Just take one gentle roll up to seated. All right, we're gonna end our class with a pranayama called Kapalabhati breathing. It's skull shining breath. This is my favorite pranayama. It builds a lot of energy. It's a huge release. It's very powerful. So it's a pumping action in your stomach. So what you're gonna do is take a full breath in, and I'm just gonna show you. Halfway out, exhale, pump your belly. Okay, you can do this with your lips closed or your lips parted. Often in a really hot yoga practice, you're releasing heat through your mouth, so lips open is totally fine. It's your choice. Let's do it together. Breathe in. Big open mouth exhale, let it all go. Take a breath in preparation, and then we'll start slow. Begin to speed it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath in and hold it. Release it when you're ready. And just let that energy vibrate through your body, out through the top of your head. Your skull is shining. All right, let's make our way to Shavasana. Lower down onto your back. Extend your legs long. Arms open to the side, palms face up, feet nice and relaxed. Take a deep breath in, fill all the way up. Open mouth, exhale. Now, you can just release, receive, relax. Let the work of your practice settle in. Feel the residue of that energy that you've created coursing through. Alive with sensation, but relaxed. Playfulness is an essential part of the yoga practice. When we approach the mat with curiosity and openness, we invite new possibilities into our practice. The magic of yoga lies in its ability to transform not just our bodies, but our minds. By embracing creativity and fun, we create space for growth and joy. To stay and relax in corpse pose, the most important posture of class. We do all the work to get here in stillness and silence. If you're ready to move on and want to join me for a formal closing, you can awaken your body, rolling your wrists and your ankles, rising from the dead. Stretch your arms up overhead. Big full body stretch, and then roll onto your side. And from this position on your side, you can press your way up to a seated position. Bring your hands to your hearts. Take a deep breath in and hold it at the top. Let it all go through your mouth. Today, as you go forward, or tonight, may you have peace in your thoughts,